Apple sells 3 billion iPhones, but Android still rules. Here's why. Imagine this. Apple has just announced a staggering achievement. Over 3 billion iPhones sold since the first model hit the market in 2007. This milestone is a testament to the iPhone's enduring popularity and influence. But here's where it gets controversial. While Apple's success is undeniable, Android still reigns supreme in the global smartphone market. Let's dive into the details. Apple's recent earnings call revealed that the iPhone contributed a whopping $44 billion to the company's sales during the April-June quarter of 2025. This is a remarkable feat, especially considering that Apple reached the 2 billion unit mark just 4 years ago in 2021. The iPhone is more than just a smartphone. It's a cultural phenomenon that has captivated users worldwide. Many of us at Android Authority, despite our focus on Android devices, can't help but appreciate the allure of the iPhone. Its unique design and social cachet have made it a consistent top seller. Apple's earnings report for the second quarter of 2025 showed a 10% year-on-year increase in revenue, totaling $94 billion. This is the highest quarterly revenue increase since 2021. The iPhone led the charge with $44 billion in sales, while the Mac contributed around $9 billion. Apple services, including iCloud, the Music app, and the App Store, added another $27 billion to the revenue. However, the iPad saw an 8% decline in sales revenue, and home devices like the HomePod and accessories such as the Apple Watch experienced a 9% reduction compared to the same quarter last year. The accelerating pace at which Apple sells its iPhones is noteworthy. It took almost 9 years to sell the first billion iPhones, but only 5 years to reach the second billion. Now, it has taken an even shorter time to hit the third billion, indicating a growing demand for these devices. This rapid growth raises an intriguing question. Will Apple's push for augmented reality or extended reality headsets, as hinted by the translucent interface in iOS 26 and macOS 26, affect its iPhone sales? Only time will tell. Despite Apple's impressive sales figures, Android remains the undisputed king of the smartphone world. While exact sales figures for Android devices are hard to come by, Google announced in 2022 that over 3 billion Android phones were actively in use. In terms of market share, Android holds around 3/4 of the mobile device market, according to StatCounter. This dominance underscores Android's position as the true market leader in terms of volume. And this is the part most people miss. The success of both Apple and Android highlights the diverse preferences and needs of consumers. While Apple's iPhone offers a seamless integrated ecosystem, Android provides a high degree of customization and flexibility. This competition drives innovation and keeps both ecosystems evolving. So what do you think? Is Apple's iPhone the future of smartphones, or will Android's versatility continue to reign supreme? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's spark a lively discussion and explore the nuances of this ongoing tech rivalry. Apple reaches 3 billion iPhone sales milestone. In a stunning milestone that showcases Apple's unprecedented dominance in the smartphone market, the tech giant has just reached an extraordinary achievement: 3 billion iPhones shipped worldwide. But here's what makes this accomplishment truly remarkable. During Apple's recent earnings call, CEO Tim Cook dropped this bombshell statistic, highlighting not just the massive scale of iPhone adoption, but also its accelerating momentum. Consider this. While it took Apple 9 years to reach its first billion iPhones, 2007 to 2016, the journey to the second billion required only 5 years. Even more impressive, the latest billion was achieved in just 4 years. This exponential growth becomes particularly fascinating when you look at current market trends, especially among younger consumers. In the United States, Generation Z's overwhelming preference for iPhones over Android devices suggests this upward trajectory isn't slowing down anytime soon. But here's where things get interesting. Apple's own executive, Eddie Q, recently made a thought-provoking admission. Smartphones as we know them might become obsolete within a decade. This raises some serious questions about Apple's heavy reliance on iPhone sales. The company's attempts to diversify haven't been entirely smooth sailing. Just look at the lukewarm reception to the Vision Pro headset and their relatively cautious approach to AI integration compared to competitors. Tim Cook appears well aware of these future challenges. When questioned about phones' long-term dominance in mobile computing, he carefully noted that while Apple is exploring other technologies, they're viewed as complementary rather than replacements for smartphones. However, with industry veterans like Jony Ive and Sam Altman collaborating on new tech ventures, Apple's path to 4 billion iPhones might face some interesting competition. What do you think? Will smartphones still be our primary devices in 2034? Could Apple's remarkable 3 billionth iPhone, Apple's Milestone, raises sustainability concerns? Apple's Milestone. The 3 billionth iPhone and its implications. Apple Inc., NASDAQ AAPL, a titan in the consumer electronics sector, is widely recognized for its flagship product, the iPhone. This revolutionary device, which evolved from the earlier iPod, has become a cultural phenomenon in its own right. Recently, Apple celebrated a significant achievement, the sale of its 3 billionth iPhone. However, amidst this celebration, a cloud of uncertainty looms over the company's ability to sustain this impressive growth. Investor confidence appears to be wavering, as evidenced by a nearly 2.5% drop in Apple's stock during Friday's trading session. Enhance your investment approach. Don't miss out on TipRanks Premium, now available at a 50% discount. https://July202550/off/LFRSS timer on intro 50p. Gain access to advanced investment tools, comprehensive data, and insights from expert analysts to empower your investment decisions. During the third quarter earnings call, Apple CEO Tim Cook shared this milestone and emphasized the iPhone's status as one of the most significant products in consumer technology history. With the 20th anniversary of the iPhone approaching in just 2 years, global demand continues to surge, particularly as emerging markets are eager to acquire this iconic device. Historical data reveals that Apple achieved its first billion iPhone sales in 9 years, reaching this landmark in 2016. Just 5 years later, in 2021, the company hit the 2 billion mark. Remarkably, it has taken only 4 additional years to reach 3 billion. This consistent growth can be attributed to new customers purchasing iPhones and existing users upgrading to the latest models, providing Apple with a reliable revenue stream over the years. But can this growth last? A pressing question arises for anyone observing this trend. How long can this growth trajectory continue? The leap from 2 billion to 3 billion sales occurred at an unexpectedly rapid pace. Some analysts suggest that the recent tariffs imposed during the Trump administration may have accelerated this surge as consumers rushed to purchase iPhones to avoid potential price increases. This raises the critical issue of whether these sales were front-loaded. If it turns out that many customers bought new iPhones in anticipation of price hikes due to tariffs, this could spell trouble for Apple's sales as the year comes to a close. The holiday shopping season, typically a lucrative time for Apple, could be adversely affected if consumers have already made their purchases. Is Apple a buy, hold, or sell? Looking at Wall Street's perspectives, analysts currently hold a moderate buy consensus rating for AAPL stock, which is based on 14 buy ratings, 10 hold ratings, and 1 sell rating issued in the last 3 months. Following a 5.59% decline in its stock price over the past year, the average price target for AAPL stands at $230.97 per share, suggesting a potential upside of 14.35%. For more insights on AAPL analyst ratings, visit https://www.tipranks.com/forecast. What do you think? As we navigate these developments, it's essential to consider the implications of Apple's sales trends. Do you believe Apple can maintain its growth? Or are we witnessing the peak of its iPhone sales? Share your thoughts in the comments below.